Good afternoon. Today we're here to celebrate the life of Carlos Chuck Norris, March 10th, 1940 to April 1st of 2017. One of his most famous quotes is, "It's amazing because people come up to me and say, 'Chuck, you're the luckiest guy in the world to be a world karate champion, a movie, and a TV star.' And when they say this to me, I just kind of smile because luck had nothing to do with it. God had everything to do with it." Uncle Chuck may have been a legend in Hollywood, but he never backed down from his faith, and that's what the world looked up to him, and that's why the world loved him dearly. In March of 1940, Chuck Norris, Carlos, was born to a single mother, and they lived in poverty. He was the oldest of three sons, and he helped to raise those three sons. Right out of high school, he joined the Air Force as an air policeman. That's his family. An air policeman, and then later on in life, he became an honorary Marine. When he was in the Air Force, he was stationed in South Korea. In South Korea, that's where he found his love for the martial arts. When he came back and was discharged in 1962, this is whenever Uncle Chuck started his karate schools. From there, his karate schools grew. I believe there was over 40 of these schools. And then he also started this huge career, and he was a world champion. And then later on in 1999, he was actually inducted into the Museum of Martial Arts Hall of Fame. Here, we're going to celebrate life. These are all the titles of his filmography. He actually starred in over 40 movies and TV stars. And this all started because he met Bruce Lee in the karate world before Bruce Lee had ever even been an actor. And Bruce Lee brought him on to have him compete in the Roman Colosseum in the Day of the Dragon. And this is what basically jump-started his career. Now, he was so big in Hollywood that they actually wanted to put his face on Mount Rushmore. However, they did discover that the granite was not tough enough to withstand his beard. This right here is the ranch, and this is where I mostly recognize and we all come to love Uncle Chuck. This is where we spend a lot of our time together. He was never self-absorbed because of his fame. He was very laid back, and he actually had the best butter come from this ranch. And he never actually churned the butter. He would just roundhouse kick the cows, and the butter would come straight from them. Also, he would pick the most amazing orange from the apple tree, and he would make his world famous lemonade. And it was some of the best, and I'm really gonna miss it. And then he also did keep a diary, which you wouldn't think that Uncle Chuck, being the big movie star, would keep a diary, but he did, and he called it the Guinness Book of World Records. He could hear sign language and speak Braille. This man was a legend, not only to Hollywood, but to us kids. So Uncle Chuck, you may be able to make fire with 2 ice cubes, and we were never able to do that, but we look up to you, and we will see you in heaven. Pan the audience.